Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have our good friend Andy Staples to talk college football realignment and Mount Rushmore of college football traditions. We're under 50 days left before college football comes back, and then NFL is right behind. Football is back, Hank. Football is back.
Hell yeah. We're back.
We're going to talk a little tennis. We're going to talk a little, I don't know what else is going on. F1.
We got some quarterback news.
Baker. We got Milf Hunter, Baker. We're in some dog days, but we're gonna grind it out. Great show coming, and we also have Who's Back. We're brought to you by our friends at Visible. What would you do with extra money you'd save from switching to Visible? You could pay $60 with some carriers, but with Visible, it's as low as $25 a month. Think about what you could do with that extra cash. Visible is perfect for singles. With the extra money, you could take someone on a date or maybe just live your single life and buy yourself dinner. Speaking of singles, what is the single best part of summer? Jake.
Breaking 90 for the first time.
Come on, no.
What the fuck?
It's the beach. It's the beach, Jake.
It's the beach. So you weren't at the beach when you were breaking 90.
No.
Probably stayed out of the sand.
Yeah, you stayed away from those.
Practice.
You broke 90?
Yeah.
On 18?
Yeah.
Wow. You're such a jerk.
Awesome.
Mickey Mouse course.
All right, so switch to Visible. If you have Visible, you break 90, you can call your friends and family right away because they have single-line wireless as low as $25 a month. Switch to Visible, visible.com/pod. Comparison to a single line with unlimited data at other major carriers for plan and network details. See visible.com/pod, visible.com/pod. Get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Visible. Go to visible.com/pod for unlimited single-line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Today is Monday, July 11th, and Novak Djokovic is the GOAT.
What's the other guy's name? Kyrgios?
Yeah, Kyrgios.
I like that. Leather Kyrgios.
Yeah, nice try.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he was wearing a tank top, but also had a shirt underneath.
It was the Matt Rule.
Yeah, it was quite, and the backwards hat with the brim pointed up. He is the bad boy of tennis.
Oh yeah, his flow chart goes like either scream at his opponent because he just won a point, or scream at whoever's closest to him because he just lost a point,
right? And
it couldn't possibly be his fault.
He blamed some drunk woman. He tried to get her kicked out.
That was the queen.
Yeah, it was.
Said some woman in a dress that looks like she's had 700 beers.
Yeah, it is talking too much. Maybe you were just going up against the GOAT, Novak Djokovic.
It was funny hearing John McEnroe have to dissect Kyrgios's
he hated him.
manners, which is crazy because it's
right.
like that's John McEnroe watching John McEnroe. At one point, after like the 700 drinks with that woman in the dress comment, McEnroe was like, "It's actually just it's a child that doesn't know that he's not allowed to speak."
Right, and I like Kyrgios because you like anyone who's their own worst enemy. Athletes who are their own worst enemy, it feels like he's a mental head case. And Novak Djokovic, the GOAT, officially passes Roger Federer in championships, major championships, one away from Nadal, who just wins Mickey Mouse clay ones every single time.
Well, he had to withdraw due to injury.
Yeah, which actually hurt Djokovic because he had to play a guy who had extra rest.
Yes.
But I think it's firmly established. He is the GOAT. What say you, Jake? Go ahead and try to come at me. You can't.
Well, he was the GOAT of Wimbledon.
No,
but he's still trailing
by
Rafa
one. And all Rafa does is win on clay. And also, they tried to keep my man's out of Australia, and that's why Nadal won Australia.
And he might not be playing here in New York next month.
That would be a shame. He's going to end up with 30.
There might not be any big three in U.S. Open.
Why? Oh, because Djokovic. Are we still keeping him out?
Rogers hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger's old. Forget Roger.
As
He's
of
old.
right now,
Washed.
Djokovic isn't allowed in the United States, and we don't know if Rafa's going to recover
Bad
from this
boy.
injury in time.
Yeah,
So
it's bad boy.
Bad boy life.
Yeah.
could be wide open.
What's the stat? Because it's something crazy. Like the last 75 major championships have had. It's like 65 of them have had one of the big three in it.
It's actually just the stat that just reminds you that Andy Murray won a Wimbledon championship.
Yeah.
Because that's always, it's like you see all the names, you're like, oh yeah, Andy Murray, that was cool.
And it's like that, what was it, AFC quarterback Super Bowl stat? It was like every Super Bowl had Brady, Peyton, or someone else.
Ben
And
Roethlisberger.
and there was one Flacco.
Yeah.
That was the only
It
one.
was like a teammate of Shaq's was in the finals
For every year.
for like 40 years in a row.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's talking tennis. I mean, it was the major sport event today. Something about Wimbledon. You just get romantic about it.
I do love the ball boys. The ball boys are like on their shit at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
They're like very specific movements that they're allowed to make after certain points. They have like, I don't know. It looks like they're soldiers because they have to be standing like a certain posture. Their right hand has to go at like a certain angle when they're delivering the balls. It's nice. It's nice to see how the Brits clean up
And
sometimes.
I did watch. I think it was almost 3 full games.
Sets.
No
Games.
games. I said it correctly. I watched almost 3 full games.
I'm pissed off that they took away the 5th set tiebreaker rule where they had the tiebreaker that could go on into
Isner
infinity.
Mahut.
Yeah.
2010.
I don't like that. Isner Mahut.
Yeah.
And
ruined
it
it for
lasted
everyone.
3 days.
68.
They were the Syracuse UConn
Yeah.
of Wimbledon.
See,
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool to have an event that could, in theory, extend into infinity.
Now it's a super tiebreaker.
Super
They
tie.
tried
Well, that
to
sounds
trick
cool.
us.
That
They tried
sounds
to
cool.
trick
They
us
had
by
the
putting
super,
the word
yeah.
super in front of it.
Oh, but they played at 10 instead of 7. So
I'm
we
gonna-
do
a
change
goal
Super
of
tiebreaker
mine-
should be just the tiebreaker that goes on days.
Yeah, and a goal of mine is just going to never learn what the super tiebreaker is.
It's really not that much
Nope,
different.
don't tell
Okay.
it to me. I don't want to know.
All right, don't listen. They played at 10 instead of
No,
7.
stop.
Are they still doing the thing where they do like the mixed doubles championship after?
Well, yeah, the ladies' doubles was after the gentlemen's singles.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I like that. They
Yeah.
should play the NIT championship like right after the Final
I
Four.
think that's got to be demoralizing. There's no way people stay for that.
Oh, come
Ease
on.
us
It's
out of it?
Wimbledon, bro. They stay for the strawberries and the cream
I hope so.
Those look
and the
good.
white linens. You got to.
And
All
the,
right.
the day before, they do the men's doubles with the women's singles.
A little
championship.
switcheroo.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so that was talking tennis. Real sports news. Baker Mayfield is now a Carolina Panther. The Carolina Panthers are, I might have to become a fan of them because they now have the 1st and 3rd pick from that 2018 draft. I think they had the 4th pick in that draft, or the Browns had the 4th pick. The Browns had the 1st and the 4th, and they still screwed it up. And the Panthers now are ending up with the 1st and the 3rd with Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, which how can they the super team?
And Corral, they are
Yeah,
a super team.
super team.
They're a dynasty in the
And
making
maybe
right now.
Cam Newton comes back. They have 2 first-round picks at ones at quarterback.
It's funny to watch how the Panthers have operated since Tepper has become their owner. They're just in a constant state of panic.
Yeah.
Like every offseason, they're like, we got to make a big splash.
Yeah.
And they never do make a big splash. They try to. I actually like Baker on the Panthers.
yeah,
I
do too.
Maybe I'm an idiot, but I think that Baker's still like he could be a top 12 quarterback.
yeah, that
I think
feels like
that's about where he's at. I mean, like Cleveland forgets how dog shit their franchise has been for such a long time. He came in. I wouldn't call him a bust. Like I saw people calling Baker Mayfield a bust. I don't think he's a bust at all. I think that he was hurt last year.
He got the Browns to the playoffs.
He got they won a playoff game.
They
didn't
won a playoff
They
game.
beat the
COVID
they beat the
playoff game.
Steelers.
Yes.
And I think Baker had like an awesome game against the Steelers.
They didn't almost beat the Chiefs. They were kind of
They almost beat the Chiefs in the regular season.
that was the next season.
Yeah, the next season.
So yeah, Baker almost won multiple playoff games, some of them not in the actual playoffs.
Baker was great up until like week 3, where he injured his shoulder against the Texans, I think.
His body became broken.
His body turned on himself.
Yes.
And Baker, he's a guy that's a big chip on his shoulder guy. And then guess who they get to play week 1? The Panthers play the Browns
Love
week
it.
1.
This league. I do like what the Panthers are doing, the strategy. They are a fantasy football commissioner or team owner, like run amok, where it's like, I screwed up this draft, So I'm just going to try to get as many names that I can recognize on my roster, and one of them has to produce.
You know what the Panthers
and none
are
of them
doing?
ever end up producing.
They're doing the redrafts.
Yeah.
The Panthers every year are like constantly in a state of redrafting.
Right. It's like we don't know what we're going to do, so we're just going to throw as many options at the wall, and someone has to work out. Little spoiler alert, no one's going to work out, but someone has to work out.
I do think that Baker wearing the Carolina Panthers jersey is going to be an all-time weird sight.
Yeah.
Like that, those color schemes they don't scream Baker Mayfield.
No, they definitely don't. And then the other quarterback news, Zach Wilson may or may not be a dog.
I think confirmed got that dog in him.
Yeah, he is a dog who's got a dog in him. And he puts a dog in other people.
The Cougar had that dog in him.
Yeah, all right, so there's a rumor out there, not substantiated other than
started an Instagram comment.
Yeah, all right.
section.
So here's the quick backstory. Zach Wilson's best friend in college. Zach Wilson had a girlfriend in college. Zach Wilson's best friend, who's now on the Washington Commanders, wide receiver, is now dating Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend. So
his recent, not his girlfriend from college, like his girlfriend.
His most recent. So Zach Wilson's best friend dating Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend. Then
Homie Hopper.
Someone got into Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend's Instagram comment, said homie hopper, and she replied and was like, homie hopper, how about the fact that Zach Wilson is banging his mom's best friend?
And
if it's a lie, it's honestly hilarious either way.
And if it's the truth, two consenting adults, what's the problem?
Go for it. And then Mekhi Becton from the Jets, he tweeted out, "That's my quarterback." He's getting now. Yeah. I think this actually will get Zach Wilson more respect in the locker room. My big takeaway from this is it's kind of an eye-opening moment for me. I think Mormons fuck. I think Mormons fuck a lot more
Not just
than we're led on to believe. Yeah. Now, do you think they just soaked?
Ooh.
If they just soaked, I don't think he doesn't have that dog in him. I need some friction. I need a few thrusts.
Well, I don't think he's not a full Mormon himself. Like he's not a practicing Mormon.
Well, clearly.
But I think there's a lot of swinging that goes on in Utah.
Well, there's definitely multiple
it's just
wives.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's like the craziest state probably in the country.
I think that the Mormons.
The entire state is on some weird ass like.
They're always on the weird shit.
Yeah. I think that they've pulled the wool over our eyes. I think that everyone just assumes Mormons don't fuck till they get married and then they just fuck all the time. I think that Mormons are low key fucking all the time.
All the time. They've just been under the radar. But Zach Wilson, he's got that dog in him. That's a ballsy move. Your mom's best friend, if it was true, we don't know. But if it were true, that's a ballsy move. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like that. Like, if you're a Jets fan, you got to be like, okay, we got ourselves a quarterback.
I also think everybody out there is, looking at pictures of Zach Wilson's mom and doing the math well, she's pretty hot, so yeah, I would assume that her friend is hot, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dog.
Hot girls hang out together. That's a fact. No matter what age. Dog. Wasn't there there was also, a few months ago, he was spotted in Florida with some may call, shout out Ben Mintz, a MILF. Man, I love football. And so he might have a thing for the older ladies. Who cares? Yeah. Consenting adults. Again, dog.
Responsible.
He might also just be married to all of them.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know.
That works.
Yeah. So the Jets, I feel like, this is actually good news for the Jets. They're in the news, and it's not a total disaster.
Yeah, I mean, you go from having maybe the lamest sex scandal of all time, which is Sam Darnold got mono from making out in a bar in Hoboken.
Right.
To okay, Zach Wilson confirmed stickman.
Yeah, confirmed dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Jets are on the come up. You got to be a little nervous, huh, Hank?
No.
What?
It's the Jets.
I'm just saying.
He was DMing Jack Mack, being like, please take this down.
Yeah, I understand.
That is the softest shit I've ever heard. Sorry, listen. Zach Wilson, but it's Jack Mack.
I think Zach Wilson probably freaked out in the moment, and then 24 hours later, because really, when it actually
how do you not know the internet? Once that's out there, it's out there. He was dealing with Jack Mack, who is a blogger that works here. He does TikToks. He's a TikTok journalist.
He's on every beat.
He's a TikTok journalist. Yeah. He does the face cam videos. He breaks it down, and then if it's a big story, it goes viral. This was going viral, and Zach Wilson, he's a Jets fan. Soft move by Jack Mack too. Jack Wilson was DMing him, be like, "Please take this down. Please take this down." But it's. Once it's out there, it's out there.
Right.
Once it goes viral, everyone's going to be talking about it.
Okay, but I understand where Jack Mack was coming from, because if it's you're the first to it and then you feel like you're responsible for it and he's a Jets fan, Jack Mack needs to be applauded for his TikTok journalism.
And Zach Wilson followed him, and then afterwards unfollowed him.
Yeah, so Zach Wilson probably freaked out in the moment. I bet
even
you
after he took it down.
I bet you he wakes up tomorrow and he's like, "What's the big deal?" Because it actually is
he's probably getting texts from his teammates like,
yeah, right. Like in terms of actual scandals, this is not a scandal. It is two consenting adults. Again, maybe it's a little awkward for your mom now, but that's deal with that.
Maybe she's probably on some crazy shit too.
She's probably like, "Yo, she is hot.
Yes.
I know her."
Yeah,
because all women have seen each other's breasts.
I think the biggest scandal that's a fact.
That is a fact. That's a fact.
That's how they say hello to each other. The biggest scandal here is like the former best friend. That's where it gets weird. That's probably what he was embarrassed about.
Right.
He was like, "This guy is now dating my. I don't want that. I don't want that to get out there."
Yeah.
But as far as like, oh, I'm banging a hot mom.
Yeah.
Dog. He might be on the injury report week 1 because he's gonna have a broken hand from getting high fives.
Yeah, that's the #1 porn category.
Yeah,
like,
allegedly. I've heard.
Allegedly, but that's like, come on. With Zach Wilson, good job, bro. Mm-hmm. All right.
MyPervFamily.com.
I mean, that is a headline.
Yeah.
Mom's best friend bangs star quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My perv family.
Damn, Rex Ryan probably really wishing he was coaching him right now.
Lisa Ann is definitely going to make this into a porno, which will be great. Who's going to play Zach Wilson?
So that's the thing is
maybe
like
Billy Football.
Brandy Love could
Billy's
cash
also
in big time tomorrow.
Billy's all actually never mind. Sorry.
What?
No, my bad.
No,
I brought it up.
Okay, so since you brought it up, I vote to unsuspend Billy Football from the podcast.
No, I should have brought it up.
If he makes a porn dressed up like Zach Wilson and he's banging Brandy Love.
Yes, his suspension is up next week, but he can get time served.
That's his appeal.
If he does that.
That's his appeal for
it. Yes, absolutely.
Or at least makes a deep fake of himself doing it.
That would work too. Or he could just do a selfie video of him jerking off to Brandy Love.
He does have an OnlyFans.
Yeah. POV, you're Zach Wilson's mom's best friend. And it's just Billy sweating.
Okay, other stories. Kevin Durant still doesn't have a new team. Mm-hmm. I actually think the Nets should just keep him.
Well, I think the Nets ideally would like to keep him. They're just doing the thing where they hope if they just wait for a while that Kevin Durant will change his mind.
Yeah.
Like maybe something cool will happen in New York and Kevin Durant will be like, yeah, I want to stick around.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's the strategy. And at some point there will be a team that does play hard. I mean, the Sixers tried to do it last year.
Yeah.
But I feel like the pendulum has swung so much in the direction of player empowerment that we're going to get one owner that's just going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not changing anything.
Yeah, and Joe Tsai should do that. And then I'm trying to think of what other stories. Baseball's still happening.
Yeah,
the Angels suck so bad. I actually should read one of the funniest tweets ever that just keeps getting retweeted constantly on my timeline. Because the Angels, I think, have the worst record since May 25th. They're winning like 20% of their games. And this guy named Matt Tomic wrote, this was actually back in early May, before they fell off. He said, every time I see an Angels highlight, it's like Mike Trout hit 3 home runs and raised his average to 528, while Shohei Ohtani did something that hasn't been done since Tungsten Arm O'Doyle of the 1921 Akron Groomsmen, as the Tigers defeated the Angels 8-3. Mm-hmm. That's every single game for the Angels.
Yeah.
It's just cool highlights, and they lose every game.
That's been the story of the Angels for, I feel like, the last ever since Mike Scioscia hasn't been their manager.
So perfect.
Aaron Rodgers got a tattoo.
He did. I'm put in a very tough situation. I was tagged a lot in it. We were on vacation, so I was also trying to stay off my phone a little bit. It's the one spot where I've professed that I would like to someday be a older gentleman getting a tattoo, the first tattoo. So I'm not going to shame him, even though I looked at it and I think I could be arrested by the CIA just by looking at it.
I'm trying to decipher right now. The best explanation, it looks like if an Incubus song became a tattoo. Yeah. It's got a globe on it. It's got one angry lion, one smiling lion, the eye of what's that eye that's on the dollar bill? It's got an
Illuminati.
eye. The Illuminati. Yeah, he's in the Illuminati.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the reason why I wasn't shocked by it is because I've lived in Brooklyn for 6 years, so I've seen that tattoo every day when I went to go get a coffee. That's pretty much what he did.
He's got it's a tattoo that was designed to impress Joe Rogan very clearly.
Yes.
Some sort of
it's a tattoo that he wants you to be like, what is that about? And then you have to strap in for 3 hours. Mm-hmm. Because he's going to tell you everything. Yeah, open your mind, open your heart, tattoo. But again, eventually I would like to have a tattoo, and when that day comes, I know that I'll be opening myself up to criticism.
This is like a tattoo of the inside of Kyrie Irving's brain.
Yes. Or what Kyrie Irving thinks his brain is.
Yeah.
It's not actually Kyrie Irving's brain.
If Kyrie Irving built his own brain in Minecraft, that's what this would look like.
When Kyrie Irving looks into the mirror, he thinks that, like, if he looks hard enough into his eyes, that's what's happening inside of his eyes.
I need to know, though, is this on his left arm or his right arm?
I think it's his left.
Coward. That's a coward move right there.
Yeah.
If he was a baller, if he had that dog in him, he would put that on his throwing hand.
Yeah, he would. He would. And then the other sports story is Ferrari's back. It was a big day for me for sports I don't care about, where I can just, congratulate myself on Twitter.
I just saw there was a fire. That's
it was cool. It was very
I
cool.
like fires. So
it was also Carlos Sainz, so the other Ferrari guy, and he was the "this is fine" dog for a few seconds there, because his car was completely on fire and he just wasn't getting out. He was
it's not ideal.
I'm still in this race.
I like that. I like the possibility that, like, maybe it'll go away. Maybe if I drive fast enough, the wind will put the flames out.
Yeah,
but any sport that has a fire in it, I'm going to be interested in looking at the picture of that fire.
I found myself in a perfect spot. I feel like we've discussed this, I think, a month ago when we were like, hey, look, we're not really actually watching these races. No. We like Drive to Survive. I found my niche. It's to watch Drives to Survive, to know enough that I can just be annoying to people who watch the sport and
love it and truly care about it.
That's a good spot. It's similar to tennis. Yeah,
you don't have to actually ever put anything on the line for it.
Right.
You're just like, okay, I'm just here to piss all you guys off.
Right. And everyone, whenever I have a strong opinion about F1, everyone's like, "Did you even watch the race?" And the answer is no.
Nope.
I didn't. I don't watch the race.
I will tune in if there's a fire. That's how you get me.
Yeah. I did watch a little of the race, because the only reason I watched a little of the race today is because I was so bored by the tennis. So they were going on at the same time, so I had to flip to F1. They really put me in a box.
I would watch F1 if they were in planes. How cool would that be?
That'd be very cool. Drone racing?
Be even faster, yeah.
Drone racing.
And you could shoot each other down. And Tom Cruise was in it. And Miles Teller was in his backseat.
And
then I would watch
awesome.
it.
Yeah. Miles Teller had sick abs and a great mustache.
Mm-hmm. That's how you get me to watch F1.
I'm in for that.
And Kenny Loggins.
All right, let's do Who's Back, and then we have Andy Staples. We're going to do Andy Staples' Realignment, and then the Mount Rushmore of college football traditions. Who's Back of the Week brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Summer is full of official events like weddings, graduations, annual 4th of July barbecues, but everyone knows the best parts of summer are the unofficial ones. This summer, Coors Light is the official beer of everything unofficial, celebrating those moments that truly make summer chill. What is your favorite unofficial moment, Hank?
Just walking to the beach.
To the beach.
Cracking open a
Coors Light.
On the beach.
Yep.
The mountains, they look bluer on the beach.
Dude, I had some friends in town, and I filled up the cooler with Coors Light, and just filling up a cooler with Coors Light, there's just no better feeling. Knowing like it feels like a science experiment. Like, I'm putting these in. Once the ice goes in, I'm going to open it back up in 20 minutes, and they're all going to be blue. All the mountains. It's delicious. So there's only one beer that's literally made to chill. That's Coors Light. Summer chill starts with Coors Light. Make the most of your summer with a chance to win exclusive chill merch, fun local experiences, even a trip to New York, Chicago, or LA. Enter to win at CoorsLight.com/take. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes ends 8/15/2022. Game ends September 6, 2022. 50 U.S. states and D.C. 21 plus. Void where prohibited. For rules, visit CoorsLightSummer.com. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. CoorsLightSummer.com. Okay, who's back of the week? Hank.
I got a couple. My first one is Waffle House fight videos.
Yep.
There was one that came out today. If you want to find it, it's on, someone blogged it on Barstool. Just, it's just great to see. It's great to kind of get back into the swing of things, getting back to work, go on the internet, and it's like, what's going on? Boom, Waffle House fight video. This is what I needed.
The internet is back.
Yes, this is what I needed to start my week.
I saw a Waffle House video a couple weeks ago where it was like the chef had to go to the hospital, and the waitress just let everyone who's in the Waffle House just make their own waffles. It was awesome.
You can start cooking.
Yeah, it was
here's
so
the grill,
sick.
go for it.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea for a restaurant, like a late night restaurant.
Yeah.
First of all, you can
very
fight.
Dangerous.
You can fight in there.
Yep.
But also like make your own food.
Yeah. Like Korean barbecue, but it's just a waffle griddle.
Yeah, there's no
in the
line.
Middle of the table.
There's no line. It's just who can get.
Yeah, they just come with batter. Yeah.
No,
you
like,
just show up.
You don't need,
but
like, you don't
only
need
one
a line.
guy.
It's just like who can get up to the front.
Only one person gets to use the stove at a time, and
Right.
But you can challenge that person by fighting them.
Yeah.
To get to the stove.
What about a bring your own batter restaurant?
I thought you were gonna say bat, like to get into fights with. Yeah, both. Yeah.
It's like Sluggers in Wrigleyville. It's you bring batter for your waffles and also a bat to hit in the cages.
Yeah, you can put whatever liquid you want on this hot metal stove.
As long as
bring
you
bats
can
there?
hit 80 miles an hour.
Yeah,
no,
and-
people don't bring bats there.
No, but and you can.
The way you said it, I was like, "There's what?"
No.
I just like the idea of a King of the Hill type restaurant where you have to defeat challengers to make your food.
Yes.
Real
Okay.
primal shit.
Genius idea. All right.
And then
what's your one?
my other who's back is Summer this league.
Okay.
Summer League. That was kind of the only other thing that was really going on in the sports world. But just like the things that come out of the conversations, like it's like LeBron talking to Rob Pelinka, and then it's just like everyone goes off on these rumors. Woj was talking to Rich Paul, and there was just like it's just one of those things where it's just people at Summer League. Everyone goes to Summer League. All the players go, all the executives go, all the coaches go. They have conversations. Mm-hmm. And then people on people just go crazy being like, this GM's talking to this GM, a trade's happening. And like people just go nuts over nothing.
I actually do think that this year is the earliest that we've ever started to legitimately have the redrafting talk.
Yeah.
After the draft.
Yeah.
So like right now, all the talk is like Chet, Jabari, Paulo Banchero. Like,
I'm a big Chet Holmgren fan, by the way.
He's awesome.
I like
Yeah.
him.
And
He's
the
also
Thunder.
just
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. Kevin Durant should go to the Thunder.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's the one. The only two places Kevin Durant can go to restore his legacy is the Thunder, or if he waits out for the Sonics
And
to
they're
have a franchise
good.
again. Yeah. Yeah,
And it would be an
incredible.
unbelievable story.
It would. Everyone would root for Kevin Durant if he went to the Thunder.
Yes.
And they have the picks to give up. That's the craziest part.
I think
it's
him
a
and
match
Chet,
made in heaven.
they probably wear the same size shirts too.
Yeah. Chet is just it's so much fun watching him just be.
It's like KD.
Like, how is this guy real?
It's puzzling.
Yeah.
But it's very satisfying.
Yeah. He was just blocking. And he's
Like his body was truly built to play basketball.
the other part about Chet.
No.
And for nothing else. Like there's
We could use a few more pounds.
well, obviously, but
yeah.
like there's no other actual practical application. Maybe apple picking.
maybe like old school, just like see the freak at the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that
if
too.
if he was born in like 1870,
Yeah.
there would be a guy in a top hat that would wheel him around in a cage all the
Yeah,
time.
or he would be Rasputin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he. But speaking of which, by the
Rasputin
way,
tall.
yeah,
He had
he's
a
very
huge
tall.
cock.
Huge, very tall. Cooper Flagg, we won the under 17 USA gold medal. Remember our guy Cooper Flagg?
Yeah.
Maine guy.
Yeah.
Guy from Maine who's
Well,
going to be the number one pick.
What are you talking?
No, Hank,
What?
there are two guys that
Wow.
Rasputin?
There are two.
Yeah, we
Oh.
just hopped. We just hopped.
All right,
We're just
yeah.
going white guys
Hey,
in history.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Finally, a
get back to
podcast
speed.
for white guys.
There's Cooper Flagg, and then there's that other guy named Dick.
yeah.
And those are the two
Grady
guys.
Dick, right?
Grady Dick, sure.
Cooper Flagg is the number one prospect for like the 2025 class, and
He's
just,
Russian.
No, he's
No,
American.
the opposite.
He would be. We remember
got
the
a-
draft night we were
He's
talking about.
Rasputin.
Last white American to be 1-1 was 1977.
Ah,
Cooper Flagg.
got it.
Not that we care, but Cooper Flagg won in under 17. I just got tagged a shitload in it.
Future
I guess I'm
goat.
a Cooper Flagg guy.
Baby
now.
goat.
Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about?
Rasputin.
Chet. Yeah, Chet. Chet's sick. And you know what's crazy about Chet? He's cocky as fuck. Like a guy that looks like that shouldn't be cocky. He had the the record for number of blocks in a summer league game, which who keeps summer league records? What the fuck? And so they asked him after, and they're like, "Do you know that you had the record?" He's like, "I'm gonna do it again tomorrow night."
I love that.
It's like, what? Okay.
Let's go, Chet. The cockiest Chet ever.
Yeah, Jesus, he's gonna get dunked on once so viciously this year. It will
a
take
rookie.
5% of the cockiness out of him. I'm just gonna say that right now. You know, someone's gonna just yam on.
Got to pay your dues.
Probably get a nosebleed from it. Yeah.
It's gonna be all over everything. Okay, who's back? PFT.
Hank, are you done?
Yep.
Okay. I know you said you had a few of them, so you just said two. There might be another one.
Jake, could you look up the definition of a few, please? Because I think that would qualify.
I think it's three. I think a few is three.
Who's three?
But
Small number of.
Yeah, we're
Boom.
listen,
Both
we're
Is two a small
Couples,
number?
two.
I was
Couple.
just trying to make sure that you had all the time you needed.
Couples
Hank.
too.
Couples two.
Couples too for
Few
sure.
is a
Few's
small
three.
number.
The few's three.
No, I
Few's
think.
three.
Can you read
small,
again?
A
okay.
small number of.
Got it.
Where-
Yeah.
And two is.
What are we using there? Is it
is
Urban
two
Dictionary?
Is two a big number?
No, two's a couple.
It's a small
Two's
number.
a couple.
It's a
Three's a
couple.
Which
few.
would then classify it.
If I
as a
said to
few.
you, we're bringing a few people over, would you think it was just me and PFT?
Yeah,
It could be.
No chance.
If DK Metcalf was
Two
on the
couple
phone
is two,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Hey, can you bring a few of your friends
Yeah,
over?"
no chance.
And she rolls up with 2. See ya.
If someone says they're bringing a few people over, you don't think it's going to be just 2 people.
If 2 people showed up, I'd be like, that's a few.
No.
No, if you
Yes,
included
if
yourself,
they add you.
yes, correct, because it'd be
Yes.
3
No.
people.
Yeah, I'd be like, you're right. That is
you
a few
now
people.
are a few. You've created a new super
It's
group
2
called
to
a few.
2 to 4.
The big 3
No.
is a few.
Single, couple, few.
Could also be 2.
No.
Yes.
Incorrect.
Okay.
I mean, going against Webster over here.
Football is back.
Well, Jake, what website was that on?
It was Merriam-Webster.
Start calling him Webster.
Fuck them. Okay, so my who's back of the week is embracing debate and expanding on a debate that we all love to have. I think it's maybe the most popular debate of all time.
Can you dunk from the free throw line?
It's it's Steph. Excuse me. The original debate is obviously MJ versus LeBron.
Yep.
Right? It got expanded last week, and then it went viral, and then all the morning shows started to debate the new evolution of the debate, so I figured we should at least touch on it. It's no longer just MJ versus LeBron, who do you have? It's Magic and MJ versus LeBron and Steph. Who wins 2-on-2?
I like that.
I like it too.
Magic and MJ win.
I don't know, because they didn't defend the perimeter back. I feel like
they would win.
Steph Curry changed the game.
Magic was a problem.
He was an issue. Well, no,
and MJ was him.
I mean, what era of medicine are we playing in? That's a big question as well.
You got a problem in him versus LeBron and Steph. Mm-hmm. So
I don't
you
think
do the
Magic
math.
could shoot.
He doesn't need to shoot.
Yeah, he's big.
LeBron
MJ
can
will
shoot.
shoot.
Great passer.
LeBron can shoot. What did Henry Lockwood just say that?
Better than. I mean, it's different
you
eras.
okay?
It's
Are
different
you
eras.
okay?
It's different eras.
Are you okay? We can't concede.
I mean,
any of
Steph
that.
is the greatest shooter of all
Steph
time.
involved. It's like Steph would carry them. Yes.
Yeah, I actually think that
He's a game changer.
LeBron doesn't touch
like
the
look
ball.
what he did
Yeah.
to KD.
It also
He gave him 2 championships.
it matters. It matters. Are we playing by 1s and 2s? Because if we're playing by 1s and 2s,
That would matter.
then
That would
I
matter.
think Steph Curry, he doesn't let LeBron touch the ball except to rebound.
Yeah.
And then Steph, if he hits 40% of his threes, 2 is 100% more than 1. I think mathematically they would dominate that game.
Well, I think LeBron would also just be trying to get like Magic and MJ to like him, so that would totally neutralize him, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Try to get us old heads out here.
I did see a video, not to just hop on the LeBron hate train, but since we're doing it, on the
It comes up
anniversary.
casually, folks.
Yeah, it's like I was on vacation. I wasn't going to bring it up,
I
but
love when-
I was consuming. I was doing my thing on vacations anyway.
I love when people genuinely get upset. Like, they can't just go one episode without talking about LeBron. Like, yeah, that's kind of the premise of the show.
Yeah, no, Hank, how
dumbest debates.
How would Steph outscoring LeBron in a hypothetical 2-on-2 game against MJ and Magic, but still winning? How would that affect LeBron's legacy?
Good question.
That would be great for takes because that would happen.
That would definitely be. I think it'd be worse. I think it'd be worse for LeBron if his team won and Steph scored all the points than if his team lost and he scored equal amounts of points to Steph.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
so
like the
Steph,
final series.
leading scorer, they win by 3 points, but Jordan gets the MVP.
Right.
It was the anniversary of the decision, and it
I
came
saw
out.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it came out like it was like the "I'm taking my talents to South Beach" wasn't even LeBron's quote. He watched Kobe Bryant's high school announcement to the NBA draft, and he says, "I'm taking my talents to the NBA." So it wasn't
How
even
did no one connect that?
It wasn't even an original. It wasn't even an original quote because it was like Kobe's high school. Like it wasn't a big
Wow.
news conference or anything,
A
or like
fraud.
it wasn't viral or whatever. But you could. Someone said LeBron looked it up the night before
That's hilarious.
and then went out there. But also like Kobe wasn't picking schools. Like if he was picking schools, it'd be more controversial. He just said, "I'm taking my talents to the NBA."
I also
Like he wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like if you did that between. I guess.
Well,
it
he's
kind of
picking
is,
not
but-
to go to school.
Yeah.
Right. I rewatched it too because it was the 12-year anniversary, and it's very funny rewatching because LeBron wanted to say it right away, but he had to pretend that it was a tough decision. He's like, "Oh man, really tough decision."
Didn't they-
Like, no, it isn't.
Yeah,
you
they,
want
like-
to?
we don't
And
talk-
I actually like. Who wouldn't want to go live in Miami for
With
4
all
years?
the boys and girls club
we don't
there.
we don't talk about that.
They
enough.
cut to like 3 commercial breaks before it happened.
Yes,
It was
like
like the
Gray.
LeBron did a good thing in terms of raising money for the Boys and Girls Club in that TV show, but we don't talk about how
and a bad thing by destroying their hearts
he brought
and souls.
brought these like 8-year-olds out that thought he was God, that like looked up to him, the hometown hero, and made them sit next to him while he fucking pile drive their hearts over his knee. And he's like, okay, bye, I'm going to go to Miami and drink on a beach.
Yeah. Enjoy winter
for 5 years. Yeah, see you. Have fun in Cleveland.
Yeah, if you ever find your way down to South Beach, don't call me. Yeah. That's pretty much what he was doing.
All right, see you later, kids.
All right, my who's back. I have two, a couple.
A few.
My first is Brett Favre. Brett Favre is back.
Oh, good.
Because Brett Favre said in a quote, "If someone offered me a job to do Monday night or Thursday night football and it was a great deal, I would consider it."
Same. Yeah.
Great, Brett.
Good job, Brett.
That quote made me laugh very hard because Brett, he's putting his name in the ring.
Old Brett.
He might.
Listen.
It'd have to be a really good offer, though. He did say that. He would consider it. He wouldn't just take it.
I think Brett was way more entertaining when he was playing than like when he's trying to take like an objective view at things. He's just kind of boring now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's, I just, him just being like, openly being like, I would consider it. I don't think that offer's coming.
It would be great if like they got him to do college football first, though.
That would be fun.
And they like send him all around the country.
Yeah,
like Brett Favre calling a Notre Dame game would be awesome.
Would be great. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'd agree. And then my other who's back is my age because I played wiffle ball back-to-back days this weekend, and I've never been more sore in my entire life.
Back hurts.
Everything: shoulder, back, ankles, Achilles. It's like PFT. Like you can still put it on for a weekend drinking wise, but having to actually do like wiffle ball, which should be fun, but it just like I can't bounce back.
Yeah, I played golf a little bit, and the next day I realized like how bad my feet hurt.
Yeah,
and I didn't even walk the course.
Yeah,
I rode in a cart for 9 holes, and I was like, yeah, getting old, it's tough.
What'd you shoot?
63.
Whoa, yeah. That makes Jake's little breaking 90 look like piddlywinks.
Played every hole too.
Yeah,
didn't skip any.
What'd you shoot, Hank?
Which time? I played a bunch.
Yeah, I saw you posting your best swings on Instagram, saying "roast my swing," and it happened to be Hank's like perfect swing.
I didn't say roast my swing.
That was me.
Oh, you said roast his swing.
To Max Homa.
No. But did you not post it?
I posted good videos, bad videos.
What did you say on the good video?
Nothing. Slow-mo. I said this is slow-mo. I
saw yours.
I posted a roast my swing.
You're gonna love that.
But it was I hit the
I posted a video today that said guess my handicap. Which
yeah. On your best swing I've ever seen you take.
No, it was a compilation
dangerous
of all my
to
swings,
ask.
and there was several bad ones.
Yeah,
I know. I was kind of. I mean, a couple people responded. I thought it was. I was ready for it.
I mean, that's close to fucking a man.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. If you have a sick mind like yourself.
Yeah. Shut up, Hank. Shut the fuck up.
Wait, so what was your best score?
47.
Oh, that's pretty good.
On 9 holes, and I shot up 100, so not 89.
Okay.
I've decided.
11 away from
I took
Jake.
my handicap from a 28 to a 24. So.
Is it? Did you do that quickly?
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough rounds registered to like.
Speak
I think
for
it's
yourself.
just all over the place.
You guys are registering rounds?
Yeah.
Really?
18 birdies. Good follow.
No free ads.
Okay.
Jake.
Never mind.
Barstool Golf Time app.
Barstool Golf Time app.
18 birdies is fine, but
okay.
Barstool Golf Time app is better.
Barstool Golf Time app, the best.
I almost had a par. That would have been so cool.
Dude, that walk off. I'd walk off the course.
It was on the 9th hole too.
Yeah.
I mean, I hit my first shot.
The illustrious, the last hole of every course, the 9th hole.
I put the iconic.
You said that like everyone's like, oh yeah, the 9th hole.
Because who in their fucking right mind would play 18 holes of golf?
Yeah.
So I hit my first shot, absolutely nuked it, went into the right fairway, or like the fairway next to the one I was in
Correct.
before. And I was like, fuck that, it's the 9th hole, I'm about done. I'm just going to drop my next shot, where this shot would have landed if it went straight.
Yep.
I was like 125 yards away, took out a nice little pitching wedge, dropped it to about, I don't know, I'd say 12 feet, and then hit my putt about 4 feet. So, but that was almost a par.
Oh, that was as close to a par as you can get.
Not to roast Hank, because Hank is much better than me at golf.
But golf's every day.
Yeah, when I post the swings online, I'm like roast my swing because I always hit a really shitty shot. The most common response by far is swing still better than Hank's. So I just
I get swing still better than rig, so it's just a chain of golf haters out there.
Yeah, and they're all golf haters.
I get how can one man have all that power?
Yeah, I use golf time to book multiple tee times. It really is great.
Good job. Great recovery there.
No, I'm serious. I'll show you the receipts.
The handicap system, though, obviously, like, it is good because someone as bad as me can play my friends that are good, and it's like you can play even matches with strokes, and it stays competitive.
Right.
That is nice.
So it is. You got to be honest and keep your scores, otherwise you're sandbagging.
And you still have your youth, at least, so that's great. I did.
No, are you feeling it too?
I was just, I mean, I'm old. I was driving home, 29. For some reason, 29 is different than 28, and it's like,
It's so true.
The year.
Yeah, I won't even get into it. But
No,
I'm
say
feeling
it.
old. No, I'm
Say
just
it.
feeling old. It's like,
Listen, I also think we got to give ourselves a little bit of credit. Summer drinking is just a different beast because you got to deal with the sun.
And in situ, it's always like July 3rd and 4th, 5th, like big celebration. And I was having a great time celebrating hard.
Wait, you guys celebrate 4th of July weekend in Scituate?
Well, they do the third for whatever reason. It's like
That's crazy.
the 3rd is the 3rd.
It's brazy.
The 3rd is the 4th, but then the 4th is also the 4th.
Wait, what's the 5th?
5th is just the
fourth?
day after.
No, the 5th is a bonus 4th.
Wait, so you have 2 fourths and a 5th?
Yes. Well, 2 fourths. You get 2 fourths. Anyway, whatever. I was talking to my friend on like the 5th or 6th, and I was like, man,
get a couple
We're not high on this episode.
I was like, that was one of the craziest, like, 4th weekends of the last, like, since we've been doing it the last 10 years. He's like, you mean 15? And I was, that hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, that's been in my head ever since. I was like, it's like the Anchorman, like.
You've been coming to the same
And no way
party.
is that depressing.
Yeah.
Like more than half your life.
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I should probably grow up.
Big Cat's right that the sun
kills
does add an X factor. I had it first. I woke up on Saturday morning and my FaceTime on my phone, not my FaceTime, my Face ID didn't recognize me because I was so hungover. I was pointing at my face, and my phone was just like, "Who is this?
Yeah,
it's not you."
Clean up. Go put your face in some ice water.
Yeah,
and then come back and try again. But great times,
amazing times. But yeah, it's just 29. It's just
29, man.
Yeah. All right, Jake, finish us off.
My who's back is Matthew Dellavedova.
I thought you were going to be like, sleep. Very restful week.
Jake actually does look amazing.
Yeah, you always look.
You're glowing right now, Jake.
Stop it.
You probably use like good sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put cucumbers over your eyes?
No, never done it.
Oh, did I send you the picture of my sunburn tan?
No.
Yeah, I have a farmer's tan.
Oh, I saw that.
It's a great like just super drunk, slap some sunscreen on your shoulders, and that's it.
Yeah, because when you go out in the sun as a man, sometimes you just kind of want to let it ride. And if you've been out in the sun for like 4 hours, drinking, you're not going to like find a friend to put sunscreen on your back for you.
No, I saw someone do it. I was like, give me some of that. And you can.
I'm also going to just say right now, I judge you if you're SPF 35 or plus. 30 or
What's
below.
the point?
Anyone who puts on 50, I'm just immediately like, dude, just go inside.
50's a t-shirt.
Go inside. There's no reason to be outside.
Or convert to being a sunshirt guy.
If you really can't handle this, you're not that guy, pal. That's what I say to anyone who puts on 50. Okay.
Hank, this is a very funny picture of you, especially your arm. Like where you managed to put the sunscreen on.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you just got a little bit on that neck. All right, so Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah, he's getting a summer workout with Sacramento Kings.
Let's go,
so
Dell.
we'll see if he can make it back.
Love it.
Goat.
Yeah.
He should be back. The NBA is a better league when Matthew Dellavedova's in it, like hitting people in the nuts, taking charges, bleeding from like one nostril because he's playing so dang hard.
Agreed.
I miss that guy.
Yeah, I'm happy he's back. So wait, what did you say?
Got to work out with the Kings.
Oh, okay, so he's not back.
He should be able to make the Kings, right?
We'd hope.
It's the Kings.
Well, their coach is Mike Brown, who he has history with, so maybe
Yeah.
Oh, so he's got that.
They're bringing him in.
That's you get a workout.
You know what it is?
No,
Delly's getting in, and he's going to change the culture.
Yeah, you get your name on
The
Pardon
mix.
My Take.
Exactly.
Who's back? Yeah, and then everyone's like, "Ooh, he's back."
in the second week of July.
That probably is like a discussion that a marketing department would have for the Kings. It's like, how do we increase our brand awareness?
Right.
Let's bring Delly in so that they'll say the name the Kings on Pardon My Take, and boom, next thing you know, our brand's worth like $100,000 more.
Yes.
I have a quick. I know I've been all over the place a little bit, but Jake, what the Sunday Night Baseball Yankees Red Sox game is on. Red Sox took a huge lead, but why was Chapman pitching in the 6th?
Well, he was injured, so I would assume I'm not
good
positive.
anymore.
I would assume they're just trying to ease him
take
back
him out
into
back.
it.
Not good.
Not in high leverage
I know he
situations,
sucks, but like,
he
why
stinks.
why would you put him in the 6th inning?
And who's back of the week is Yankees Red Sox Sunday Night Baseball taking 6 hours.
Yeah.
Because we're in the 7th.
10, 12 p.m.
Yeah. 3 hours plus in. Some
Yeah,
things
but
just don't
Chapman
change.
stinks.
Yeah, no, he's bad.
Oh, Veritek's back too.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was a sick video of him.
What is he back with?
He just went out and caught, I think, a warm-up.
It was
Is he
like a warm-up
He's
pitch.
a coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's in full uni, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, you got
But that also made me feel old as fuck because he does not, he's
15
looking old.
years. You
Yeah.
become the same party.
He's eating well.
Yeah.
He's a healthy guy.
He's the game planning coordinator. It's pretty sick.
That sounds like an awesome job.
Well, that's-
Is that
you work
like,
with-
all right,
you
we're gonna
work
have
with the
chicken
catcher.
before the game and steak after?
I'm sure you just work with the catcher on.
Yeah. Obviously, it's
That's
way
pretty
more.
cool. It's like you
But
hire
I
the
could do game
umpires.
planning and just be like, all right, guys, like, yeah, what do you
Bring
guys
enough
want? What do you guys
balls.
want to drink after the game?
I think it's also making sure like there's enough gum and sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
And like you got the right flavor.
Make sure no one puts on SPF 50.
Yeah.
You don't want that. That's
Bad
basically
for the culture.
Yeah, that's like an offensive lineman wearing sleeves in the winter.
Fact.
Can't do it.
Yeah, we're tougher than the sun.
Yeah.
The fucking sun.
All right, let's do Andy Staples, and then we have our Mount Rushmore with Andy Staples. Before that, we got a quick word from our sponsor.
Yeah, we got brand new sponsor alert, Hank. Hell yeah. It's Whatnot.
This is a great sponsor.
It's Whatnot. If you haven't heard of Whatnot, it is a live stream auction app where you can buy collectibles, comics, and really almost anything else. They bring businesses and people together through commerce where sellers can host live streams and engaged connoisseurs like yourselves can bid in real time. With live streams happening 24/7, you never know what you're going to discover. And now Barstool is Whatnot's newest seller. So we're going to be going live twice a week on Whatnot, running live shows, selling never-before-seen auction items, and Whatnot exclusives. All you have to do, download the Whatnot app, follow the Barstool Sports account at Barstool Sports, so you will be the first to get notified when we go live. So download the Whatnot app and follow the Barstool Sports account at Barstool Sports, so you will be the first to get notified when we go live. And now, here is Andy Staples.
Okay, we now welcome on our very good friend. It is Andy Staples from The Athletic. You can listen to him on his podcast. Great podcast, The Andy Staples Show. He is here to talk a little college football, and we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of college football traditions. So let's start with the chaos that has gone down the last week and a half. It feels like the dust has settled. Tell me if I'm right. Let's start here. It feels like we're now at a point where half of the Pac-12 is begging the Big Ten to get in. Half of the Pac-12 is going to form like a pseudo-alliance with the Big 12. The ACC is very nervous, but they have a TV contract that's binding them all together. And the SEC and Big Ten are just sitting back being like, we kind of run this shit now.
You forgot Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame has a standing invitation to do whatever the hell Notre Dame wants.
Everywhere, yes.
So you got that. Yes, that's exactly what's going on right now. I don't know how much the dust has settled. I was talking to somebody the other day who typically knows things, and they pointed out, you don't know how many important people are on vacation right now. Like,
That's
do
true.
you understand how many of these people are in Europe right now? I'm like, oh, so what you're telling me is this calming is not that everything's just actually calming down. Is they haven't flown home yet.
Right. So once they get home, we might have another flurry of chess pieces being moved across the board and geography not mattering anymore to college football.
No, like the Big 12. That's the one I keep watching because something has to happen with the Pac-12 and the Big 12. One way or the other, somebody's got to raid somebody, I would think, unless the Pac-12 can just figure out a way to stay with the 10 they've got. But I can't imagine, like, if you're Oregon or Washington, why you would do anything that would cause you to make a long-term agreement with anybody.
Right.
And so, like, the Big 12, let's say the Big 12 try, because what I think the Big 12 should do is go to Oregon and Washington and be like, listen, I know you guys want to be in the Pac-10. We get it. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to come with us, and we're going to put a clause in your deal that just says, you want out? Fine. You're out. If the Big Ten is, the coaches have those contracts where if their alma mater calls, they can get out without paying a buyout.
Mm-hmm. Lane
Same
Kiffin,
thing.
his dream job.
Yeah, same thing. Dream job buyout or dream job clause. So do that, and you get them, and then you'll get Utah and Colorado, and you'll get whoever else you want from that league. And that league would really stretch. I mean, it would go from West Virginia down to Orlando, over to Oregon, down to Arizona. I mean, it would be crazy. So geography means absolutely zero right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think is the next shoe to drop? If you were to place a bet, what school do you think is going to announce a shift in conference? Who's going to be the next one up?
It's either somebody going to the Big 12 from the Pac-12 or somebody going to the Pac-12 from the Big 12. And I keep coming back to the Big 12 presidents, athletic directors, all those people. They have been through every possible scenario in realignment. Like, they have been about to implode. The Big 12 has been clinically dead at a couple different points along the way. And then they've had their schools stolen, and then they've added schools. So, like, they've been through everything. The Pac-12 people up until about a week and a half ago were like, well, this will never happen to us. So I got to trust the people with some reps to get some stuff done. So Big 12 has their media days this week. Like, they have a new commissioner named Brett Favre, who was at Rock Nation, Jay-Z's company. He was the CEO of the Brooklyn Nets for a while. Like, he hasn't done anything public yet. I can imagine during his big speech at Big 12 Media Days, they just start playing some music and Kyle Whittingham runs in and like, we got Utah.
Yeah. I love it too, because the Big 12 has, like you said, has been dead at some points, but now I think they're firmly in number 3 most stable spot, because it's a bunch of schools that have basically been called dead, that have been told that they're not wanted by anyone else, and that has bound them all together where they're like, we have the loyalty of being the team that the schools that everyone's like, nah, we don't want you in the SEC. We don't want you in the Big Ten. We don't want you like here, there, or otherwhere. They basically are as unified as they could be outside of obviously the Big Ten and SEC.
And with the exception of Kansas in football, they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
Even the ones they're adding, UCF, Houston, Cincinnati, BYU, like, they're pretty good at football. So you can imagine them saying, look, hey, we're pretty strong through the middle here. You're not going to lose any of us, and we're not going to bail on you. So, I mean, that's my pitch if I'm talking to Utah and to Colorado and to Oregon and to Washington, because I do think those schools in the Pac-12, like, if you're Utah, you're going to be side-eyeing Oregon the entire time from now until something happens with the Big Ten. And I don't know what happens with the Big Ten until Notre Dame makes a decision.
Right.
It feels like that's what the next shoe to drop with them would be, is they want to see if Notre Dame wants to join. Notre Dame wants to see, hey, are we going to be denied access to the postseason? Which, if I'm the SEC and the Big Ten, both of which would take Notre Dame, I think the Big Ten would get them. But there's no reason to give any special carve out to Notre Dame now.
Right.
So if Notre Dame loses, has their vote diluted for the playoff, they're going to join a conference. Like, and I've been the one saying all along, they don't need to join a conference at all. The second this happened the other day with the Big Ten adding USC and UCLA, I was like, okay, now this is it. This is when Notre Dame has to join a conference.
Well, I think you're right. Like, if it becomes a factor in the college football playoff, that's what's going to push them over the edge, because they're not going to sit and just, and throw away their chances at meaningful postseason games. That will force them to, like, pick a side in this. But I feel like Notre Dame, there's no, like, clock ticking on Notre Dame, right? Like,
no. At
any point they could just decide, okay, yeah, we'll join the Big Ten, and the Big Ten would open their arms up and be like, yes, please, thank you, Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it was David Lee Roth once said, like, Sammy Hagar throws a party, I am the party. Like, right, Notre Dame can just go do what it wants, because they're going to bring a huge audience. I did a TV ratings story the other day, and like 67 of 68 rated games got over 1 million viewers. They had 15 games that had over 5 million viewers in a 6-year period. Like, they can write their ticket anywhere, because nobody brings an audience like them, because people who love them watch them, people who hate them watch them. Like, anytime I mention Notre Dame on Twitter or in a story, I get somebody going, who cares? Well, you do, because when I mention NC State, you don't say anything to me.
Right. Right. And I've always thought, obviously, Notre Dame can do whatever they want. This shift, not only because of the playoff, which is an interesting dynamic too, because the ACC kind of screwed over Notre Dame when they didn't want to expand the playoff. Remember when Notre Dame was like, we'll happily give up a bye, any chance of a bye, as long as we have this path. The big thing for Notre Dame has always been they want to play everywhere. They want to play across America, because that's where they can't recruit in like, they can't be Notre Dame by recruiting just in their backyard. So the UCLA USC thing, now you can play Maryland, New Jersey, all the way out in California. It opens it up a little bit where it's not just if you join the Big Ten, you're only playing in your backyard. That's why it like kind of shifts the dynamic where they could still add, a game in Texas. They could play Navy down in Texas. They could do whatever.
Or go play TCU or somebody like that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to play everywhere because they have to recruit from everywhere. And now they can play in LA being in the Big Ten.
Right. And I mean, they were playing in LA every other year anyway.
Right.
They can play in LA every year now.
Right.
That could be they probably aren't going to be. It's interesting because as powerful as they are, they can't go into either the Big Ten or the SEC and dictate terms like that. But I do think if the Big Ten wanted to lure them, I think they'd probably say, well, in even years, you can play USC on the road, and on odd years, you can play UCLA on the road.
Right.
And that would satisfy them. Like, that's why they're playing Stanford every year now. It's not because they have this storied rivalry with Stanford, though it has become a good rivalry. They would be getting some rivalries back if they joined the Big Ten, Michigan State, Michigan, Purdue, teams that they've played a ton of times over the years. So it makes a little too much sense. And so I just, at this point, I'm assuming it's going to happen. I just have no clue when.
So what's the implication going to be for like the second tier conferences out there? Are they going to start gobbling like is Kansas going to stick around in the Big 12 for football forever? Or is that something where like a second tier conference could be like, okay, we're going to take your dog shit teams that you don't really want anyways? Or what's going to happen, like with those other conferences that aren't part of the realignment discussion?
Well, I think Kansas hangs as long as they can in the Big 12. The Big 12 could be, like Big Cat said, the Big 12 could be the number 3 conference. The ACC is kind of sitting in there right now because they've got Clemson and because they've got some good brands in Florida State and Miami and North Carolina and Virginia Tech, Virginia. But we don't know what's going to happen with the ACC because they are locked in to a bad TV deal for the next 14 years. And they have what's called a grant of rights. And what that is the schools have agreed to give their media rights to the conference. So any game emanating from their campus, the rights to televise that game belong to the conference until 2036. And so these schools have lawyers, Clemson, Miami, Florida State, North Carolina. There are people looking into how do we break this thing?
Right.
And so far, nobody knows how. But the longer this goes and the more desperate they get, because right now they are staring down the barrel at 14 years of schools in the SEC and the Big Ten making at least double what they make and maybe more, because they're going to get more bites at the apple. They're going to have new TV deals before this other thing ends. So if you're Clemson, you are freaking out right now. So you got that issue at play. You've got the Big 12 and the Pac-12. And if you're the Pac-12, what you're trying to do is just keep everybody together. And maybe you try to add a couple schools. I would try to take something from the Big 12. And if I were those Big 12 schools, I would try to resist and then try to get my league to take something from them. So it's a real, it's kind of like in the movies when everybody's got a gun pointed at each other.
Can they trade schools? Is that something that like the Pac-12 and the Big 12 could
awesome.
do? Yeah.
Listen, we feel like Kansas is more of a Pac-12 school. So we're sliding them over and we'll take Utah. How's that sound?
Yeah, the Arizona schools work in the Big 12. So I did a bad job of starting this whole thing, and you brought up the TV rights. That's really what this is all about, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is all started, and the shakeup is because live sports are the last thing that TV networks can hang their hat on and say this is ours, and there's nothing like it. You can have a million shows, but live sports, especially football, will always be king. And the Pac-12 did a terrible job. Larry Scott, we've talked about on the show, completely screwed them over. The ACC's stuck in a terrible situation with their programming. SEC's jumping to ESPN, and the Big Ten making this move is essentially just tearing down the Pac-12 and saying we're going to own the entire Saturday on Fox. And so is it simplistic to say this is all driven by just TV, and it's TV execs basically saying like, we want to pay this amount of money, and if you add these schools or these schools, Texas and Oklahoma or USC and UCLA, it goes from $500 million to $1 billion or whatever.
That's exactly what it is. So the Big Ten is negotiating a new TV deal right now that starts next July, and we'll see what they end up doing. But Fox is going to get the biggest chunk of it. Fox is also their partner in the Big Ten network. Fox is advising them on where to sell the other packages. So what they're going to sell to ESPN, or if they're going to sell something to CBS or NBC or Apple. We don't know yet, but we know it gets a lot more valuable with these other entities. Now, my guess is they keep negotiating. They would probably like to have that next lineup set before they agree on this thing, but I don't think they have to. You can just go into negotiations and say, well, here's what we have now. Let's figure out a number for that. And let's say later we add Notre Dame and another school. What number is that?
Right.
And you can have a contingency plan for if you do that. And so I think they don't have to have their membership completely set before they agree on this deal, which should be probably in the next couple months. But it is all TV. This all started, the wheels on this started in 1984 when the Supreme Court ruled that the NCAA couldn't control football TV anymore. And the conferences all started selling it on their own. So that's what it is. And like the Big Ten and the SEC have sucked up so much oxygen. It is that they have their own gravity right now. And that's it. When the SEC took Texas and Oklahoma last year, I started calling it the Power 2 instead of the Power 5. And that's really what it's going to be. They're going to be the ones that matter. You can have a playoff with just their schools.
Yeah.
And the rest of the public doesn't really care. Like people, I would want Clemson to have access to the playoff, and Oklahoma State and West Virginia and Oregon and Washington. But most of the viewing public doesn't care.
It's funny that you put it that way with the Supreme Court. It's like the domino meme where it's like Supreme Court decision 1984, and then the last one is Arch Manning's playing in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the SEC.
Yeah, in the SEC.
Yeah, which is probably a big reason why he decided to go to Texas.
And yeah, definitely. And it all sucks. I've said it. It sucks. I wish that it stayed more regional. I think that the rivalries, the geography, the differences in each league was always what made college football great. But I've also taken a perspective of it felt inevitable. And it felt like as soon as Texas and Oklahoma did that, you knew the Big Ten was going to counter. And I also know I'm speaking from a spot of some privilege in that Wisconsin's safe in the Big Ten, because I've had people be like, what if you were a fan of a Pittsburgh or, an Oklahoma State? I always throw out Oklahoma State. I don't know why. I'd be mad.
Because they're really good and they're getting screwed,
right.
Yeah.
I'd be mad. I'd be freaking out. I'd be pissed off. So I acknowledge that part. Let me ask you this. This is what I've been thinking about. So we talked about Kansas. What are the chances like a Kansas, a Duke, maybe even Stanford at some point in the next decade are like, it doesn't make sense for us to play football?
It's going to be interesting to see that because I don't think they're losing money on football right now.
Right. But if they get kicked out of leagues, if they get kicked out of leagues, like if the ACC breaks up and Duke is just sitting there, like if North Carolina goes to the Big Ten and Duke's sitting there like, what the hell? Or if everyone in the Pac-12 blows up and Stanford's sitting there and like, we could play, Gonzaga and West Coast Conference, like or like Kansas being like, all right, what if we just joined the Big Ten for basketball and said we're not going to add like, could you see that happening where a couple of these programs that have good athletic departments being like, football, as much as we want to play it, it just doesn't make a lot of sense anymore.
If it stops making them money, and here's the thing, it's still making a lot of these schools money, even though you might think it's not. Like, Kansas football brings in more than Kansas basketball.
Right, because you get to split the money. The TV money.
What the Big 12's contract is worth and what percentage of that is basketball and what percentage of that is football. So, yeah, if they were kicked out of leagues, yes. And here's the other thing that I think is going to happen, which might accelerate what you were just talking about. I think the governance is going to change. Instead of there being one organization that handles all sports, there will be an organization that handles football.
Right.
And the NCAA might handle all the other sports, or the NCAA might handle certain sports, and then other sports kind of have their own governance too. Because guys, like college rodeo has its own governing body. College water skiing
we didn't know
has
that.
its own governing body.
We did not know that.
College rodeo? I found a new sport to get into.
Yes, no, we did not know that.
They just put college kids out there on like giant bulls and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I got to start watching it.
There's steer wrestling. And then the water skiing is crazy. So like Louisiana Monroe is like the Alabama of water skiing.
That's amazing.
They're like bringing in kids from Europe to water ski. So you got some dude from Denmark flying into Monroe, Louisiana, like, oh, I live here now.
Are they so good that they're bad for college water skiing?
Probably.
Like UConn women's basketball?
Yeah. They're ruining water skiing.
Yeah, the Gino Auriemma of water skiing. I haven't really had a chance to interview him yet.
But going back to what Big Cat was talking about, taking like some of the other teams that get forgotten about, your Vanderbilts, right? Like you could look at it from the perspective of, because the TV contracts are so big, Vanderbilt, their football team's making money because the rest of the SEC. Couldn't the rest of the SEC be like, hey, we don't need these nerds. Why do we continue to give them?
This is the most common question I get. I have never heard once anybody suggest, who's actually in a decision-making position, kicking anybody out of a league.
Right.
And I think they tread carefully around that because nobody wants to think about, well, if I lose too many games or my team loses too many games, they might get tossed. By the way, the other most common question I get is, when are they going to do promotion and relegation like English soccer?
Yeah. Which would work.
Which would be so much fun, but nobody's going to do it because it means, here's your budget if you finish in the top 17. Here's your budget if you finish in the bottom 3.
Right.
But they're not going to do that. The Vandy thing, and you hear with some of the Big Ten schools where, well, why don't they just kick them out? I don't think it's that easy to kick them out. I think you have to do something really bad to get kicked out. Now, maybe they change the rules down the road, but I think we're pretty far away from anything like that. I think there'll be more adding before there's any sort of culling.
The main point of why they'll never kick anyone out, like my hypothetical was more, Duke doesn't get kicked out, the ACC doesn't exist. Like Stanford doesn't get kicked out, half of the Pac-12 goes to the Big Ten, half of the Pac-12 goes to Big 12, and they're stuck being like, well, what the fuck? Maryland owes the Big Ten like millions and millions and millions of dollars. They're not getting kicked out. Maryland and Rutgers, and you could even make the argument for like Mizzou, like they might have been the greatest, like the luckiest schools in the world to get in when they got in.
They came along at the perfect time, because the reason Rutgers and Maryland are in the Big Ten and the reason Missouri's in the SEC is when those leagues were expanding at that time, not now, at that time, it was enhancing the Big Ten network, starting the SEC network. You were looking to acquire territory, cable homes that you could then charge like $1.40 a month for your conference network. That's what that was. So the reason the SEC went into Missouri instead of saying, Florida State or Clemson, come on in, was they already had schools in South Carolina and Florida.
Right.
So they went to Missouri and you get the St. Louis market and the KC market, and all of those subscribers have to pay for your network. Ditto for Maryland, ditto for Rutgers in the Big Ten. So, and it's also why North Carolina and Virginia are still very coveted, because they would have been very coveted then too. Big Ten and SEC still making money off the cable network. So for either of those leagues, either of those schools would be very nice to add, because those are the two biggest states that don't have an SEC or a Big Ten school. So there's money in that too.
Right.
So how did it work with the ACC that they got locked into this contract that doesn't, you said 2036?
2036. They panicked. Yeah. So they lost Maryland. Maryland was a charter member of the ACC. They lose them to the Big Ten. At the time, they all wanted to stay together. Like, they were worried about the league just getting torn apart by the Big Ten, that it would cherry pick what it wanted. Maybe the SEC would take somebody, and then they'd be left with not a lot of value. So they basically said, let's all figure this out. Let's find a way that nobody can pick us apart. And so in 2013, they signed this grant of rights. They bring in Notre Dame to do its other sports in the ACC, and then play 5 games a year against ACC schools. And then they renewed it in 2016 when they extended their TV contract to create the ACC network. So that's when they renewed it for 20 years. And at the time, it was like, hey, we signed this great deal. We're together forever. Oh, wait, we got to get the same amount of money for 20 years? That reality set in about 3 years into the deal. And then they were like, oh, crap, what have we done?
Yeah. That just seems so excessive to me, to have that long of a contract in anything in life.
Yeah.
Like, besides a marriage, it doesn't exist. Maybe when you buy a house, and usually when you buy a house after like 3 years, you're like, wow.
You refinance.
It's Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, it's like, it's just these, it's all just, like Larry Scott ruined the Pac-12. Just like, it's just,
I disagree with that, Big Cat, because now he didn't do the greatest job in the world. He certainly wasted the conference's money building some palatial headquarters in downtown San Francisco. He certainly paid himself a lot. But Larry Scott never had an ability to make more people on the West Coast care about college football, which is the Pac-12's biggest problem.
But he made it a lot harder for anyone to watch the games, which it went reverse. Like, it didn't. I agree with you. Like, to make people care more, hard task. To make people care less, he accomplished that.
The Pac-12 network is very hard to find. I live in Florida. I can't get it anywhere.
Neither can I.
So
it's crazy.
And it is amazing how that works. And so the ACC, they were so scared and wanted security so badly that they were willing to sign anything at that point. And so that's what they wanted. And so this most recent deal, there's talk out there that the ACC and the Pac-12 are talking about a loose agreement. I'm using air quotes there. But it kind of sounds like they basically share the ACC network, which I'd be pissed if I were the ACC. And if I'm the Pac-12, like, am I getting any money out of that, or is the ACC going to get the money?
Right.
It just seems like we're definitely going towards a place where it's football completely separated.
Right.
And certain basketball schools obviously separated too, because with the geographic issues that we have now, it makes no sense for the non-revenue sports to be lumped in this whole thing. So at some point, it's going to be like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a corporation that started a league like Nike, like Oregon's like, okay, we're going to do the Nike League, and we're going to invite all the former Pac-12 schools that we wanted, poach some from the Big 12, and that will be the Nike conference. Like at some point, it's going to be like completely or partially separated from the actual schools themselves.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of the fear, and kind of feels a little bit inevitable because some of the issues that they're having now with the name, image, likeness stuff and all the different lawsuits that they've been dragged into in federal court, it's gotten to the point where their easiest solution is probably make the revenue sport athletes employees and then do a collective bargaining agreement with them. That would be that they can actually make some rules and actually enforce them if they did that. But if you do that, are they students? Do they have to be students? Does it matter? I mean, so you get into that sort of thing where it basically, you could be licensing the name of the university. Now, I still think people are going to watch it. I'm with you, Big Cat. I've heard you talk about this a bunch of times. And my thing to people, especially where I live in the South, what the hell else are you going to do on a Saturday?
Right. We're going to watch it. Like, I'm going to be mad. Like I said, the realignment sucks. But at the end of the day, I'm going to still watch it. And that's the same thing I feel with NIL. When people are like, oh, the NIL is going to ruin college football. It's like, you're still going to watch it on Saturday. If Ohio State's playing Penn State at 8 p.m. on Saturday night, you're going to watch. I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter if the starting quarterback's getting paid $10 million because he signed an esports contract like with FaZe Clan. It doesn't matter. It's just not like you're going to keep watching it. And it's very similar to like whenever the NFL does something and people bitch and moan. It's like, guess what you're doing on Sunday? You're watching
we see the ratings. Like,
right.
You can say whatever you want. We know what you're doing.
Right.
And with college football, as long as the guys in the jerseys that you like beat the guys in the jerseys you don't like, you're going to be happy.
Right. Yeah, as long as you can get drunk in a parking lot before a game on Saturday with your closest friends that you've been drinking beers with for 30 years, as long as you can still do that, then you're going to still show up and go to the games.
Doesn't matter who you're playing. All right, I had one last one, and then we'll do the Mount Rushmore. So it's the Roback question. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase, RHOBACK.com, Roback.com. Use code TAKE. Great Q-zips, hoodies, polos, everything you need. Roback.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. All right, so give us your we're not holding you to it.
Okay.
But give us the dominoes that you have heard might fall that would be like, wow, this is crazy. Because I'll throw one out there. I heard North Carolina, the Big Ten, is could be a possibility. That one shocked me a little, but I guess it shouldn't because nothing.
North Carolina would be the biggest tug of war because the Big Ten and the SEC both want them.
Right.
Badly.
Right.
That's the one. Their former chancellor came out the other day and said they could have joined the SEC in 2010, 2011, 12-ish when they took Texas A&M and Missouri. So, and I believe that 100%. North Carolina has long been coveted by the Big Ten and the SEC. Virginia is another one. I always thought if the SEC were going to take a school in Virginia, it'd be Virginia Tech. They would like Virginia, but the Big Ten would also like Virginia.
Right. So what do you think? Give us the wildest one you've heard or wherever there's smoke that you see hey, this wouldn't be that crazy if this happened.
The wildest one I've heard, and I don't know if this is something they can pull off, but you go back in the history of realignment. So remember when the Pac-10 tried to take half the Big 12?
Mm-hmm.
That originated with some very loose discussions about potentially the two leagues pooling their TV rights and selling them as one. And eventually Larry Scott goes, you know what? If I just steal their best teams, we'll get an even better TV deal. Let's just do that. And it didn't work because Texas was playing one group against the other. But when I hear this ACC talking to the Pac-12 about this loose arrangement, I'm like, you know what the ACC could do? They could just steal what's left of the best of what's left of the Pac-12. Now, that makes no sense. Like to have a bunch of schools on the Atlantic coast. And by the way, you're called the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Right.
And then you take a bunch of schools on the Pacific coast. But as ideas go, like taking Oregon and Washington and maybe Utah and Colorado or something like that's not the worst idea.
No,
Ooh, I like that one.
It's not the Coastal Conference.
Yeah, that would be. And then Notre Dame would fully join the ACC.
No,
because they can play in every state. Because they can play in every state.
The Coastal Elites.
True.
That's what they should. What about? Here's a school. What if Syracuse to the Big Ten?
That's another lucky one right now.
That would
even
be
though
very
the ACC,
lucky. That would mean that some Big Ten presidents really believed it when they were traveling to New York and saw on the top of their cab Syracuse, New York's team.
Yeah.
Those ads.
Yes.
A lot of TVs in New York. That's all I'm saying.
Like when it,
There are a lot of TVs in New York, and very few of them tune to Syracuse.
Yes. That's like Northwestern Chicago's team. It's like I'm pretty sure the majority of people here are rooting for Notre Dame still. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. I don't know what the next big one is going to be. I'm hoping the Big Ten just keeps gobbling everything up, and I know that sounds terrible, but I feel like we're going to eventually get to Big Ten and the SEC having 20 teams apiece, and I'd rather just get there now. And then, because that's the other thing. As soon as this is the new normal, like once we get a year or two past it, you'll forget it. You know what I mean? Like Nebraska joining the Big Ten was crazy for a year, and then it was like, oh yeah, now Nebraska's in the Big Ten.
Well, that's like when Texas and Oklahoma left the Big 12. They're leaving behind all that history in the Big 12. I'm like, the Big 12 started when I was a freshman in college.
Right.
It's not like it's been around forever.
Right. There's a couple rivalry games that suffer, but yeah, you're exactly right. Like you get normalized to the new thing, and then it just. So I want to get to the end game as fast as possible, and then just go from there.
Yeah, I'm with you because this is going to be painful. This one in particular. The rest of them were bad enough. There's going to be some people really kind of left by the wayside, and it's going to suck. And I would prefer if they could just get it over with too. Don't drag this out for 3-4 years because it just makes it more painful.
Right.
What about the other conferences, the MACs of the world, the Sun Belts? What happens to them?
Hey, I don't know if you've been this is where those of us who are really in the weeds, we've been watching this, but Big Cat especially, I'm surprised you aren't really in on this. The Sun Belt has come up now.
Oh, it's
the Sun Belt.
Sun Belt's massive.
Coastal.
Use the domino effect of Texas and Oklahoma to go from like number 10 to number 7.
Yeah. Add a JMU.
JMU about to go on a dominant run.
Yeah.
They got to get past them Raging Cajuns. They got to get past Appy State. They got to get past Marshall.
Coastal. I would say that division is up there, like with the ACC.
Oh yeah. Well, Coastal Carolina. I mean. That teal turf, Jamie Chadwell, their coach, they are fantastic. That might be one of my favorite teams to watch in college football.
No, the Fun Belt needs to play more weeknight games because they do play like Thursday night games. You'll watch, it'll be like a million mile an hour wind in Appalachian State, and no one can hit any field goals. But like that's credit to the MAC. I know that it's always sad, and we joke about it when there's like 20 people in the stadium. But guess what? Again. You're watching on a Tuesday night because that's
you're watching
on.
And every state that legalizes gambling increases viewership for those games.
Could something like that happen where a conference like the Sun Belt could pick up some of the schools, some of the bigger schools that get left out of the realignment?
It's certainly possible if they're smart, because that's kind of what they did. Conference USA used to be considered more prestigious than the Sun Belt. They just swiped a bunch of Conference USA this past year. Like that's how they got Southern Miss and Marshall, and like that's what that was. It was them saying, "Look, this conference is not as good anymore. Look how strong we've become in the meantime. Come on," and that's kind of what the Big 12 could do to the ACC. I think if things were to shake out that way, if that grant of rights gets broken in the ACC, all bets are off. No telling what anybody's going to be doing at that point, because it would cause a massive panic at a bunch of schools, and everybody just be running in every direction.
Yeah.
I mean, a contract isn't really worth anything if you can't enforce it. And if there are enough powerful schools that just decide, like in unison, if you get like Clemson, UVA, Virginia Tech, to all decide like at the same time, you know what? we're done with this contract, it would be tough to enforce anything on him.
Maybe
it would be.
Maybe that's the key. Elon Musk needs to say he's going to buy all of college football, and then have everyone
Super League.
lose their minds and be like, no, I'm backing out.
I mean, they're basically doing the Super League just in two different versions.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Midwestern Super League and Southern Super League.
Yeah.
Like, that's the future. Everything will be a Super League.
Yeah, Super Leagues for everyone.
Andy Staples was brought to you by Simply Safe. Around here, we talk a lot about the importance of good defense on the field or on the court. What about defending your own home turf? We believe home should be the safest place on earth for every family, which is why we use and we recommend Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe is advanced whole home security that puts you, your home, and your family's safety first. Here's why I love it. Simply Safe offers comprehensive protection not only against intruders and burglary, but against expensive home hazards from flooding to fires. With 24/7 professional monitoring, Simply Safe's agents take action the moment a threat is detected, dispatching police or first responders in an emergency, even if you're not at home. Simply Safe uses proprietary video verification technology so that monitoring agents can visually confirm the threat in order to get higher priority 911 dispatch. That means you get help faster. Monitoring plans are affordably priced at $1 a day with no long-term contract or hidden fees, because feeling safe at home shouldn't break the bank. We love Simply Safe. I love that I can arm and disarm the system and watch cameras all throughout the app. My beach house, you better believe it's got Simply Safe. I feel secure, feel safe, even in a brand new home. I like how it's got the fire monitoring as well. I'm going to be grilling a lot, going to be cooking a lot this summer. Simply Safe is a must-have. It will protect you, protect your house, protect your family. You can customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafe.com/PMT. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off. You get interactive monitoring as well. Go to simplysafe.com/PMT. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. Now here's Mount Rushmore.
All right, let's do our Mount Rushmore. So we have Mount Rushmore of college football traditions. I'm very interested to see where you go, Andy, here. So it's me and PFT as a team, the Hank, Bubba, Jake team, and then you are our guest. So you
Jake doesn't have to leave to drop a deuce right
now.
No, he's good. His butt is great.
Well, don't jinx
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, he very much could.
Listen,
you never
I
know.
gotta tell you, Jake, I've never left a podcast to move my bowels. I guarantee you, Marv Albert never left a broadcast.
Ooh.
Move his. You got to want
Pre-game meals are different.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Would just shit himself on
I'm
the
not
air.
eating Philly cheesesteaks before a broadcast.
Okay, well,
you got to want it more than that.
so we're not as important.
No, that's not true.
Okay, all right, you put yourself in that pickle.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, you want to start, or you want to tell anyone else to start? Whatever you want to do.
Here's my thing. If I start, you know who I'm gonna take. Because I'm gonna be that guy.
You're going to pander,
I'm
yeah.
going to tell you right now, you have none of our picks.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I will do it.
Okay.
I'll take jump around.
Great. You don't have any of our picks.
Good.
That's great.
Oh,
okay.
wow. All right.
All right. That's a great pick. Shout out Jump Around. I always tell the story, but they tried to ban it my freshman year because they said it was like a hazard for the journalists in the press box.
You can hear the bolts creaking in the press box.
Yeah.
How is that
Jump Around.
not
It's
one of your
amazing.
picks?
Yeah. And what?
How is that not one
Because
of your
there's
picks?
a lot of great traditions
so
in
many
college
things.
football.
We got a lot of things because I also knew that someone else was going to take it. All right, we'll go with our first pick.
That's your college tradition.
No, we have a strong first
listen,
pick.
Here. Oh, all right, fine. You want my all right, I'll go my favorite college tradition, and PFT agrees with this one. We talked beforehand. Betting the over in Bedlam no matter what.
Yep.
No matter what. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State play, you're
points.
betting the over.
Put on your
I was
points
at the
hat.
one where the year Kyler started for Oklahoma. I thought my face was going to melt off.
It's the best.
Taylor Cornelius throwing. There's a wide open guy in that 2-point conversion. He just misses him. It was amazing.
And the best one, I got to look up the year. Remember the year when there was a score right at the end?
They punted to Tyreek Hill. There was that one.
Yeah, they screwed up. Like, it screwed up everything. I think it screwed up the spread and maybe the over-under. I think it was the year that there was, like, no points in the first quarter, and then it just all hell broke loose. But that's why it's the best, because I could just sit there and watch Bedlam and know, like, you're never out of it. because it's going to be bedlam. At some point, it will be bedlam.
I think both teams' defenses go into the game knowing, like, hey, we're going to fuck a lot of stuff up. Just wait. It's going to happen.
Yes.
Just don't be the last team to fuck up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Make one stop in the fourth quarter and you can win this game.
Yeah, I think it was, let's see. I'll find it. But
And
go
then
ahead.
the thing I always love about that game is the sky in Oklahoma, in Stillwater especially. It's the blackest sky you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's an ice storm.
Yes, when it's cold and you're like, uh-oh, is this going to affect it? Nope, points. I'm sure some fucking nerd's going to tweet at me, be like, the over-under is like, 2 and 10 in the last 12 years.
Still got to bet it.
Don't give a fuck.
Mike Gundy, his mullet is always like perfectly feathered before that game.
The whole thing is just the best. The best. Okay, you guys had that, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
We're going to go, this might be controversial. We're going to go with tailgating.
Oh, drinking beer.
Just tailgating.
The general concept of tailgating.
Okay. Good pick.
That's my favorite, yeah. Great
That's a good
college
pick.
football tradition.
Especially in New York City where they're fans of every team.
Yes.
Yeah, we have that. We had that one too later on. And then second, neck.
Oh, yeah. Good pick.
Good pick.
Very nice.
We had
Crossing
neck
that one
also.
off my list now.
All right.
I think this is an easy one here.
Okay, yeah.
For round 2.
Yeah.
Singing after the game in Army Navy.
Yep. I was going to say,
Sorry, you guys aren't as patriotic as me and Big Cat are. But I mean, you see that and you cry.
Winners sing last.
Well, you chose betting.
No, winners sing first. I'm an idiot. Winners sing first. Yes.
That's right.
Yes. That's the best. It is the best.
Isn't it
what did
sing
you
second?
Say? Nothing. Is it sing second?
I think
it
it's
is
sing second. It's sing second.
It's bad for our tradition here that we don't know.
I just like both. I think they're all winners out there, Andy, because they're fine, outstanding young men that are going to serve this country.
Well, they've gotten up very early in the morning their whole freshman year. So whatever flowers we can give them, absolutely.
It's winners sing second. Hank, what did you say? What was
Nothing.
your snide comment?
No.
No.
I'm
I didn't
done.
hear him.
I'm
No,
done
you
being
just made
snide.
snide comments.
It was probably something
Questioning
anti-military.
PFD's patriotism. I know.
Of course. Okay. All right. You have 2 now, Andy.
All right. I'm going to go with Run Ralphie. And
Okay.
I spoke to one of the people who came up with the idea of running Ralphie at Colorado. And it was exactly what you think it would be. A bunch of frat boys sitting around going, it'd be cool if we ran a live buffalo on a field.
Yes.
And so one of them had a friend who had a dad whose dad was a bison farmer. And they didn't even I asked the guy, I was like, so did you know that if he gave you a male, that the male would probably kill you? And did you ask for a female? He's like, no, we didn't know that. We didn't know that. Thank God he gave us a female.
I know.
So yeah, that's why you have a live, basically 1,200-pound animal that can run faster than Usain Bolt.
Yep.
Being handled by 6 college kids who are basically hanging on for dear life.
And it's also
amazing.
It's a great pick too for our previous discussion about traditions and everything, because I do miss the Colorado-Nebraska game. They did play the series, I think maybe it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it was great to see those colors out there, but it also shows you what's happened to college football, and the change just keeps happening, where I bet you if you asked a kid right now in his 20s, Nebraska and Colorado had an awesome rivalry, they'd be like, what? They haven't been in the same conference in forever.
I know. And they'd have no idea. It's sort of like when going back to the Texas-Oklahoma thing, the Big 12. I remember I was arguing with somebody during some period of realignment, and they're like, well, Texas and Oklahoma, they wouldn't play each other if they weren't in the same conference. I'm like, they did it for 100 years.
Right.
Come on. All right. So my next one, the boys went with the very general concept of tailgating, which is excellent. Gathering with your friends and drinking.
Thank you.
Drinking.
I'm going to go a little more specific.
Okay.
The Vol Navy at Tennessee.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because tailgating is excellent. Tailgating on a boat is sublime.
Yes.
Sailgating.
Yes. So you're saying it's just not even the same out in Washington.
It's probably the same out in Washington. You're just richer.
Right. But no, I'm saying Tennessee has Washington beat easily.
Because it just means more.
It means more.
And they also
they
happen to put salt on their food in Tennessee.
Yeah.
and in Washington, everything's you're lucky if you get a little squeeze of lemon juice.
Yeah.
On your pregame.
Maybe a
meal
little
out there.
tomato for your
now
ass.
Washington fans, let's not completely besmirch them. Washington and Oregon fans, as Pac-12 fans go, they get after it.
Yeah.
They absolutely get after it. It's not I remember the first time I went to a game at Stanford and we turned into the parking lots, and I the first thing I see is a table with like 3 bottles of Chardonnay on it. I was like, this doesn't compute.
Right.
But the Washington fans do get after it. So I don't want them to think that we're not. We don't think they can party, but they can't party like Tennessee people.
Coach
Dubs knows this.
I went to the Apple Cup this year, and the Apple Cup in Washington was fantastic. The best part about the tailgating was there's this giant hill that has like a couple trees on it, and that's where all the guys go to pee. So that you just pee on a hill, and when it's raining outside, which it usually is because it's November in Washington, like 50% of the guys that are peeing on this hill just slip and fall down the hill into a stream of their own piss.
And
that is tremendous. That's like in the Grove at Ole Miss, watching everybody in their 4-inch heels, trying to stand in line for the porta potty and just sink into the mud.
Yes. And I should say Washington, since we're doing Washington and we're complimenting them, the craziest TV angles ever, both basketball and football, and I have a simple brain. If you have a good saying, I will always think you're like a step away from being all the way back, and then being able to say "Purple Rain" REIGN is awesome. Like that's going to be sick when they're back.
They always have like an awesome first-round draft pick too,
right?
At Washington,
right? Yeah, cornerback or a quarterback,
or like a defensive tackle,
former high school running back Vita Vea. Yes.
Yeah. I was in Knoxville in 2015. They lost a heartbreaker, like I think it was overtime, double overtime, maybe to Oklahoma. Big game, night game, crazy atmosphere. They lose in heartbreaking fashion, and we are at the bars, like on Main Street. Obviously, everyone was deflated. But when Rocky Top comes on, everyone is depressed, but they can't not sing it. Yes. So it's like literally like it's going the good old Rocky Top. Whoa! Like but they're heartbroken. It was so funny.
Sad Rocky Top.
Sad Rocky Top.
Half bear.
All right, I think PFT. We should go with when you texted me back the second one, and then I'll do the third one.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, go for it.
The second one from my second text to you.
Yes.
Texas being back.
Yep. One
Texas
of the best
being
traditions.
back. It's every year.
Yep.
Usually like late September, Texas is back.
We just will it into existence.
Set
they're
your
back
clocks
early
to it.
this year.
Yeah, no, they're
really
back.
Yeah, they're really back.
Well, they're pre-back because they're back in like 2 years, but they're already
back pending Arch signing a piece of paper in December.
Yes,
right,
exactly.
Right, but it's just the discussion in and around Texas. Are they back? They're back, and then to be like maybe they're not back. It's just my favorite. It's just every year when the leaves turn, we do the same song and dance, and it always feels good.
I'm with you on that. I gave up on the whole Texas is back. I got fooled a few times. Like when I went from being a beat writer who just covered one school to covering more schools, and would go to Texas and you'd sit in Mac Brown's office and he'd explain why this is why it didn't work last year, but we've made some changes this year and it's definitely going to work. I'd be like, oh yeah, because you're looking around that place going, how could they not be good?
Right?
How can these people not be good? But they fooled me enough times that I really need to see it. Like I need to see them in the playoff before I will believe anything.
So at that point, that's your threshold. If they make the playoff, they're officially back.
Yeah. Oh, I think maybe win the Big 12 before they leave. I don't know.
I think at any point, if they're in the like projected playoff, they're back.
Yeah, no.
So if they make the playoff rankings like in November,
yes.
My threshold is one big win in September. They're back.
Well, they're playing Alabama.
Oh,
I don't think they're going to get that big win this year.
If they lose by less than 21, they might be back.
That is your big win.
That might be
if
back.
they cover.
Yeah,
if they cover against Alabama,
they might be back. Yes, that might be what makes them back right there. Okay, what's your next pick?
Our next pick is a team game. We know you guys only care about the betting and the players in the field. For me and us and our team, college football traditions, it's bigger than that. So
watching
for our
on
next
television?
pick, we're going with the Iowa wave to the hospital.
Oh, that was mine.
Yeah, we had that on our list too. That's a good pick for the kids.
That's good.
That's for the kids. That's what it's all about. For us. Mm-hmm. Maybe not you guys.
It is sweet.
Well, you guys,
very nice. I'm a father, so is Andy, so it's always about the kids.
And then, of course. And then our last pick, memes.
Do you have kids?
No.
So you don't care about the kids?
I care. Did you make it your Mount Rushmore pick?
I'm just
Well,
asking.
we had it on our list.
Yeah.
But you chose betting first.
Well, because we want the kids.
We didn't want to patronize the children. We didn't want to.
I care about the kids first.
No, I kind of
like
felt,
for me.
No,
it's like
you
kids.
didn't pick them first.
Yeah, you didn't.
So that's factually incorrect.
You picked getting hammered.
You went to the third round. Yeah, you tailgating.
Wait, so they went getting hammered. The troops, the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, it's just
we have the truth.
like we have
Oh,
the
do you
troops.
have the troops?
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
sorry.
What was your second pick?
Neck.
Okay.
All right,
because
you
how do you
have,
think you
you have
get the kids?
bestiality,
You have to have
bestiality,
that before the kids.
tailgating.
Better late than
and then-
never.
Yeah, and then the kids. Okay, got it.
No, that's that. No, like we actually talked about this beforehand. We felt guilty, like using the kids as a prop to be like,
Correct.
"Hey, everybody vote for us," because if you don't vote
kids.
for us, you're not voting for the sick children.
That's not.
I
My
wave to the
favorite college
kids every
football
day.
tradition.
You don't have to. You don't have to be at an Iowa football game to wave to the kids. I wave to the
but
kids
it is
all
a
the time.
college football tradition. It's a great one. And then our last pick, Means pointed this out, it was one of the things that ended COVID. One of the most electrifying.
Sir Yacht?
No. Enter Sandman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Enter Sandman, electric every time. There was one like early in September 2020 or 2021 or whatever, and that was like they posted the video and everyone was like, this is an outrage. How could you do this? Blah, 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 blah. And that was kind of...
Yeah, that was a sick moment.
Yeah.
And then was that the game that North Carolina got killed? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina lost.
Yeah, North Carolina lost. Okay, our last pick is going to be responsibly trying to make all your money back on the late Hawaii game. Responsibly.
it's like 11:35.
Yeah. And I'm listening. My favorite is because they most of the time they weren't televised, finding the radio broadcast. And Robert Kakua, rest in peace, all-time broadcaster, that was also a nice welcome where it's like you got one eye open. You look at the Hawaii game, they're playing, San Diego State or San Jose State or someone, and you like look and you're like, all right, Hawaii's like, they're like 4-3. They're okay, but they've won all their games on the island, and then trying to deduce like, all right, and you always have the June Jones, Colt Brennan, Hawaii in your head, Tommy Chang, even if you want to go all the way back, you always have that in your head, so you think there's going to be a lot of points. It's just the best. It's the best. There's no better way to have I sit there with my phone in my ear, laying in bed, trying to stay up for the rest of the Hawaii game.
And you're doing it because Washington State killed you.
Yeah, right. Something happened in the Pac-12 that has me heartbroken. Exactly. The dominoes fell.
So I was going to give a shout to my alma mater and go with We Are the Boys of Old Florida, where everybody sways in the third quarter. And now they play I Won't Back Down after that to honor Gainesville's own Tom Petty. But I don't think that fits in with the theme of where everyone else is going. So I'm going to go further north. We're going to go to Morgantown, West Virginia.
Ooh.
Burning couches in celebration.
Ooh.
Yep.
Now,
I
burn
like
responsibly. Make sure it's your couch. Or, like when we were in college, our couches probably came from somebody else's garbage. Like if someone put a couch out to get taken away by the garbage, we would take it first. So, like, I would have no qualms about burning one of those couches to celebrate a big win.
It's a lot of fun.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
It's extremely dangerous, but it's a lot of fun. So I went to school at James Madison, which is very close to West Virginia. A lot of my friends went to West Virginia. A lot of West Virginia football fans are at JMU. That was like the team that they would follow as their big school. My freshman year, a house that I would go to frequently had two guys that were big West Virginia fans. They took all their couches out, burned them in the front lawn, had a giant-ass bonfire of couch, right? Not that common at a school that's not West Virginia to celebrate a West Virginia win. Fire department shows up, and they're like, everybody get inside. So we hide inside. Fire department comes to the door, knocks on the door, and they're like, yeah, we need to talk to whoever the property owner here is. And they're like, those aren't our couches, sir. And the guy from the fire department walks inside, looks around. There's no furniture in the house because it's all out on the lawn on fire. I think they got arrested for it and went to jail. But it was a great try. It was a great attempt.
Yeah.
So they went.
Somebody snuck
That's not my weed on a couch.
Yeah. They're like, somebody must have brought their furniture to my front yard and lit it on fire. Hope you catch the bastards.
Yes, that's fucking fantastic. All right, we have honorable mentions that we want to do. I had a couple. You like this one, Andy. I had people being mad about a Big Ten West team being in the college football playoff conversation. It seems like every year,
every time.
a lot of mad about Iowa. Whenever Wisconsin has racked up a few wins, people get very upset about that. I always enjoy that a lot. I also had Maction was just missed the cut, but Maction is one of my favorite. The Beth Mowins 11 a.m. Big Ten game is also a favorite of mine. Ease your way into, like whenever they now
coming to you live from Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah, it's just something about it. It's like, you go straight from the hype of game day and they're doing everyone's going crazy, and then it's just boom, click right over, and it's 8,000 people in Evanston. I love it. Because hey, guess what? The money's still the same on that game. So I love always hearing her voice on Saturday morning.
Well, dovetailing off that, just Brett Bielema in general.
Yeah.
He's an institution in his own right.
Yes.
I had the Penn State whiteout. I know they stink in the whiteout games, but it's still fun to watch. Rolling the Oaks or Poisoning the Oaks, if you're Harvey Updike.
Rolling Tumors Corner was one of my honorable mentions, but yes.
Tennessee losing a rivalry game.
Yep.
That's always fun.
Happens a lot.
Happens all the time, like 3 times a year. And then I think they took all the other ones that we had.
I also had Nebraska pretending that steroids didn't exist in the 80s and 90s.
But no more balloons.
No more balloons. Helium shortage. This one there's a couple that I had that are gone that I missed dearly. Oregon always losing to a more physical team in November.
That happened last year.
Yeah, but I guess it did. Who did they? Yeah, you're right.
Utah kicked the crap out of them.
Kicked the crap out of them twice. Yeah. All right, so that actually still does exist. I guess it was more when they were doing the Chip Kelly style offense and they'd score a billion points.
And Stanford would beat them.
Yeah, and then Stanford would kick the shit out of them. Also, off of that, one of my favorite college football traditions is during the Chip Kelly era when you would bet on Oregon or the over, and it would be on the bottom line, and it would be Oregon 8-0, 14-15 left in the first quarter, and you'd be like, fuck yes. Like, we're off and running. That was one of the most thrilling things you could watch. And then the last one I had that's no longer here, hopefully someday we get it back, Urban Meyer losing to a far inferior opponent and then citing medical issues.
They had just the craziest ones that, like, I went back and looked at that Purdue game and that Iowa game.
Yeah.
They make no sense. Ohio State doesn't lose those anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
They almost had one to Maryland, too.
Yeah, that was the one where
Urban was passing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like strapped to a gurney. He looked like Hugh Freeze by the end of it.
Okay. Any other honorable mentions for you?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got the Cowbells at Mississippi State. They actually spent a week at SEC spring meetings in Destin one year debating on whether they would allow the ringing of cowbells at Mississippi State. And Davis Wade Stadium allowed to have cowbells. It's a glorious thing. One of my favorite memories. So back in 2014, they beat Auburn. They moved to number 1 in the poll. The next day I'm flying home. I covered the game in Starkville, and I was flying home out of Birmingham. And there's this guy sitting at my gate in the Birmingham airport. And I'm looking at him. And he's like messing with his hand. And I see he's got a giant blister between his thumb and index finger in that area. And I go, that's not from ringing a cowbell, is it? And he's like, as a matter of fact, it is. It's my family cowbell. And I was like, you people are amazing.
That's
so
awesome.
I got that one.
I love, by the way, the idea of, with all this conference realignment, like if Notre Dame went to the SEC or Stanford ended up with the SEC or something, like the mix of fan bases. Like Mississippi State cowbell in South Bend, Indiana, how mad Notre Dame alums would be. Like that
so
kind of
great.
shit makes me laugh so much.
They get mad when their young fans stand up to cheer.
Yes.
So I got Midnight Yell at Texas A&M as another honorable mention. And then Buckeye stickers.
Okay.
I don't know, y'all probably were probably middle school when this came out. That was my freshman year of college. There was one of those This Is Sports Center commercials, and it has, I don't know if he was the actual Ohio State equipment manager or an actor playing him, but he's explaining how you get a Buckeye sticker. He's like, make a big hit, Buckeye. Catch a touchdown pass, Buckeye. And so I was a walk-on at the time, and like that was the big joke in our scrub walk-on locker room. Like anytime anybody did anything of significance, we just scream Buckeye. So that will always have a place in my heart.
I like that.
I always thought you could use somebody as a decoy on that and take like your shittiest player, load their helmet up with stickers, and then draw a ton of attention from the defense, and then have your best player with a completely brand new fresh helmet.
Thinking about that, so we did a rewatch on the podcast of the 2015 Ohio State Michigan State game. That you mentioned that, PFT, that's genius. Because like, what if they took all the stickers off of Joey Bosa's helmet?
Yeah, no one would know.
Would you even know it was Joey Bosa?
Right?
Because it's November. He has a clean helmet. It can't be Joey Bosa.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, this guy's a scrub. He hasn't even been in the game
Or
yet.
it's like the other Bosa brother that no one's talked about yet.
Yeah.
Like getting his first action.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been great. We'll do. You know what? We'll do the worst uniforms another time, and we'll give people. I want to make people anxious about that because there's definitely some fan bases that they just hear us saying we're going to do worst uniforms at some time,
Oh, yeah.
and like Mississippi State maybe, Indiana. They're all like, oh, not us. But yeah,
Well, I can tell you. I don't know if you're doing alternates or just the normal uniforms. If you're doing alternates, my alma mater, the University of Florida, is probably going to win.
yeah.
Go
I know
back
which
to
one you're talking about.
2017 Texas A&M game.
I know which one you're talking about.
They're like, they're the Gators. Let's make them look like actual alligators.
Yes. It was incredible. They had
Oh my
Green
God.
and
Yeah.
brown.
Yes, it was crazy.
It looks like you had like a ghillie suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And they lost, as you would expect.
Yes.
I mean,
of course.
there's a clear number one for me. Maybe we can save it.
Yeah, save it. Let's save it. Let's do it right. We'll do it when you come back on before the season kicks off.
Perfect.
All right, Andy, thank you. Everyone go check out Andy Staples' show. He's on The Athletic. We appreciate your time. And we're I think we're under 50 days to college football.
Cannot wait. I'd rather talk about games than realignment.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go.
All right, thanks, Andy. Okay, that's the show. Let's do numbers. Ready? Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
I'll take a few.
I'll take a few as well. Give me 14 and 18.
Well, no, I'm just doing 2.
Oh, yeah.
That's a few.
2, okay. I
do
was
a few.
taking a few. I'm taking 2 different numbers. Why don't you do 2 numbers, Hank? Give it a try. No, give it a try. I'm giving my number to you. Go. 2 numbers. You get 2 numbers. Oh my God.
Are you just standing us off right now?
What is he doing?
98 and 99. I was thinking that's a lot. That's like a lot of you just doubled up my
Yeah, your chances.
my game planning.
98, 99. Okay.
I don't know if that was the
Bubba,
right
what
move.
do you got?
6.
6. Jake?
26.
Here we go. Hank's got 98 and
I just
99.
froze. It's
You
like-
did.
Well, it's like going to the ice cream store and someone being like, "You get 2 cones."
Yeah, you should be able to sample the numbers.
39. Danny Woodhead, right?
Yeah. No, 37.
6 times.
Wait.
No, I think he was 39. He's
Oh
39
my
for the
God.
Pats. What the fuck,
What
dude?
is wrong with you?
He was definitely
Are you
39 for
okay?
the Pats.
No, I'm not
He was
okay.
This is
definitely
like the
39
face
for
I
the
did.
Pats.
Who are you? We don't
Oh
recognize
my God, he
you.
was 39.
Shit.
I gotta take it easy. That's like the moment of concern for me.
Yeah, no, that was very concerning. I'm concerned.
Like that's like if Mr. Portnoy forgot all
Yes.
3 of the words, that's what just happened
no,
in my brain.
I'm officially on concerned watch.
Okay. Thank you for your concern. Sharks, along with rays, skates, and sawfish, don't have bones. Their skeletons are made of cartilage. Love you guys.